13 Strange True Stories Around the World. Story 1. Mysterious human blood in the playhouse. One day, students at Riverwood Primary School, Australia, during recess, discovered 1.5 liters of human blood in a playhouse. The scene made it difficult for those who witnessed it to stand and leave. DNA testing was conducted, but the owner of that blood could not be found. Stand and leave. DNA testing was conducted, but the owner of that blood could not be found. Story 2. Dream comes true. As a boy, George Boyer didn't want to be an athlete or rock singer when he grew up. His only dream is to become a one-legged person. George Boyer achieved his dream at the age of 68. He shot himself in the foot. Doctors said they could save his leg, but he begged them to remove it and become a one-legged person for the rest of his life. Story 3. Strange coincidence. In 1838, Edgar Allan Poe published the novel The Narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket. The story is about 3 sailors who have to eat their friends to survive after their ship sinks. The story came true in 1884, and this ill-fated sailor was named Richard Parker, the same name as the character in Edgar Allan Poe's November. Story 4. The Man Has Two Faces. A man named Edward Mordrake was born with a second face on the back of his head. This second face cannot speak but can laugh and cry without relating to Edward Mordrake's emotions. He called his second face the face of the devil. Edward Mordrake committed suicide at the age of 23 after doctors refused to perform surgery to separate a second face from his head. Story 5. War Skull. Locals warned Soviet archaeologists not to take the skull of Timur, one of the great Mongol invaders, because it would lead to war. But archaeologists still get it back by any means. One day later, June 22, 1941, the Nazis officially launched Operation Barbarossa to attack Russia. Hundreds of thousands of Russians died in just a few short weeks. Story 6. The Ghost-Colored One. In 1948, people received strange signals from the ship SS Oran off the coast of Indonesia. A voice said, "All staff including the captain are dead. They are in the map room." It's possible that all the crew members are also dead. A nearby ship received a Morse code with the simple content, "I died." When the investigation ship approached the SS Oran, it discovered that everyone on the ship was dead, their eyes wide open and looking up at the sky. Story 7. A Secret Man. In 1669, King Louis XIV sent a man to prison without trial. This person was forced to wear an iron mask throughout his life. To date, the identity and mystery of this man have not been decoded. Many theories have been put forward about this character. Some people believe that he is the twin brother of King Louis XIV. Story 8. 17-month-old baby bitten to death by poisonous snake. In November 2015, while going into the backyard to check on her 17-month-old son, Lorenzo, Jane Ferreira found him covered in blood, and especially a snake trying to escape from his mouth. Of the boy, terrified, Jane immediately took Lorenzo to the hospital. After examination, the doctor found no signs of wounds or venom on the boy's body. Apparently, Lorenzo discovered the snake and bit it to death before it could attack him. Even scarier, the snake is a viper with deadly venom in the Americas. Story 9. Mystery film. In 1997, Rita Swift developed a film she found on the ground. 60 of the photos were taken in 1969, but 3 were taken a long time before that. Those 3 photos were quickly determined to be taken using the oldest photography method, photography through the eye of a pin. The people in the photo wear Native American costumes from the 1800s. Story 10. Dreaming about your own death. Before April 15, 1865, the day President Lincoln was assassinated, he dreamed of his own death. In his dream, Lincoln saw a dead man with many soldiers standing around. He asked the soldier standing next to him who the corpse was, and he replied, "It's the president." 10 days later, Lincoln was shot and killed. Story 11. Death phone number. Mobitel. a telecommunications company in Bulgaria, stopped providing the phone number 888888888 after 3 people who used it died within 10 years. The first is Vladimir Grashnov, the company's former chief executive officer. Then the phone number belonged to Konstantin Dimitrov, a drug lord. The third person using the number 888888888 is also a drug smuggler and real estate manager, Konstantin Dishlev. Story 12. The woman walked out of the cupboard. A Japanese man set up surveillance cameras to find out who stole food from the kitchen. At first I suspected it was an animal, but when I turned on the camera, I discovered that every night, a woman comes out of the cupboard, eats food in the kitchen, and even takes a shower. This woman lived in the house for a year without the homeowner's knowledge. Story 13. The dead come back to life. In 1885, a man received a letter from his brother in his mailbox. However, this brother has been dead for 13 years. The letter mentioned that the older brother was suffering from mental illness and would soon visit his younger brother. After reading, the younger brother dug up the older brother's coffin and discovered the coffin was completely empty. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe to the channel to watch other videos. Thank you.